Hello and a warm welcome to South Asia Today, where we bring you in-depth insights into the key events shaping South Asia. I am Shivangi Mishra and here are today's top stories. Pakistan, the global epicenter of terrorism, India slams Islamabad at UNSC. Vietnamese influencer Koi Lang Thing showcases winter magic of Fukushima. And journalists in POGB oppose PECA 2025, highlighting risks to free speech. Let's begin the show. At a high-stakes United Nations Security Council debate, India launched a scathing attack on Pakistan, calling it the global epicenter of terrorism. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador P. Harish, strongly condemned Islamabad's role in fostering cross-border terrorism while responding to remarks made by Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mohammad Ishaq Dar.
Pakistan is a global epicenter of terrorism, harboring more than 20 UN-listed terrorist entities and providing state support to cross-border terrorism.
Speaking at the United Nations Security Council meeting chaired by China, Ambassador Harish highlighted Pakistan's state-sponsored terror infrastructure, which harbors more than 20 UN-listed terrorist organizations, including Jaish-e-Mohammed and Harkat-ul-Mujahideen. He exposed the supreme irony of Pakistan portraying itself as a victim of terrorism while actively sheltering and financing terror groups that operate against India and beyond. Pakistan-based terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed have been behind some of the most heinous attacks in India, including the 2008 Mumbai attacks, the 2016 Pathankot Air Base attack, and the 2019 Pulwama suicide bombing. These groups continue to operate freely with state backing, posing a severe threat to regional and global security.
Pakistan is a global epicenter of terrorism, harboring more than 20 UN-listed terrorist entities and providing state support to cross-border terrorism. Hence, it is a supreme irony when Pakistan pats itself on the back as being at the forefront of the fight against terrorism. India has been a victim of the acts of terror perpetrated by this country through terror groups such as Jaish-e-Mohammed and Harkat-ul-Mujahideen, among dozens of others. Mr. President, there cannot be any justification for terrorism regardless of its form, type, and motive. No political grievance can justify terrorism perpetrated against innocent civilians. This august body can make no distinction between good and bad terrorists. And I request the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan to take note of it and not further waste the time of the Council in this regard.
The Indian envoy also took China to task for repeatedly blocking proposals submitted by India and its allies, including the United States, to blacklist Pakistan-based terrorists at the UN. He reaffirmed that there can be no justification for terrorism regardless of its form, type, or political motive. In a strong rebuttal to Pakistan's Kashmir rhetoric, Harish dismissed Islamabad's attempts to internationalize the issue, calling Jammu and Kashmir an integral and inalienable part of India. He pointed to the high voter turnout in the region's democratic elections, stating that the people of Kashmir have chosen peace, progress, and democracy, unlike Pakistan, which continues to suppress its own minorities and dissenting voices.
The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Ishaq Dar, has referred to an integral and inalienable part of India, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, in his remarks. I would like to reaffirm that Jammu and Kashmir has been, is, and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. In fact, it is Pakistan that is in illegal occupation of parts of Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan's campaigns of misinformation and disinformation, of lies and falsehood, do not change facts on the ground. The people of Jammu and Kashmir have only last year taken part in a successful election and have voted in large numbers to choose their government. The choice of the people of Jammu and Kashmir was loud and clear. Democracy in Jammu and Kashmir is vibrant and strong, unlike in Pakistan.
New Delhi's strong message at the UNSC aligns with global concerns over Islamabad's role as a safe haven for terrorists. The Financial Action Task Force placed Pakistan on the grey list from 2018 to 2022 for failing to curb terror financing. Additionally, Osama bin Laden, the mastermind of 9/11, was found and killed in Abbottabad, just miles away from Pakistan's military academy. From the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan to rising attacks on foreign nationals in Pakistan, Islamabad's complicity in terror networks remains a major concern for the global community. India has once again exposed Pakistan's double game, pretending to fight terrorism while actively sponsoring it. With mounting global scrutiny, the question remains, will the world finally hold Pakistan accountable for being the epicenter of terrorism? Renowned Thai influencer Pancake, with 2.9 million followers worldwide, recently visited Fukushima to embrace the winter season alongside 20 Thai tourists. Their journey focused on exploring new challenges, savoring local cuisine and immersing in traditional culture. Since the 2011 earthquake, Fukushima has made a remarkable recovery, attracting global visitors, including Vietnamese influencer Quay Lang Thing. Have a look.
Renowned Thai influencer Pancake, who has 2.9 million followers worldwide, visited Fukushima to embrace the winter season alongside 20 Thai tourists. Their goal was to explore new experiences, savor local cuisine, and immerse themselves in traditional culture.
สวัสดีค่ะแพนเค้กเขมมณีจันทร์วิกรค่ะตอนนี้อยู่ที่ประเทศญี่ปุ่นฟุกุชิมะค่ะลมมาพอดีเลยช่วงนี้คือดีมากเพราะว่าหิมะตกพอดีนะคะแล้วก็อากาศเย็นแบบเอาเป็นว่าเย็นชื่นใจนะคะแล้วก็ใครที่ชอบนะคะที่จะมาท่องเที่ยวมาทานอาหารอร่อยๆนะคะมาชิลกับธรรมชาติสวยๆหรือมาเห็นความดั้งเดิมของที่ฟุกุชิมะเนี่ยบอกเลยว่าต้องมาที่นี่ค่ะมีหลายที่ที่แบบสุดยอดจริงๆอยากรู้ไปที่ไหนบ้างเดี๋ยวตามไปกันเลยค่ะ
One of the trip's highlight was visiting Uchijuku, a historic Edo-era village. Pancake and the Thai tourists enjoyed a unique tradition, eating soba noodles with a green onion instead of chopsticks, symbolizing eternal family prosperity. Upon arrival, they were greeted by heavy snowfall. Known for its powder-fine snow, Fukushima is perfect for skiing, snowboarding and snow sliding, a thrilling first-time experience for the group. At a local strawberry farm, they sampled 12 varieties of strawberries, each with a distinct flavor. Open year-round, the farm offers visitors a chance to enjoy fresh fruit picking. The journey continued to the Fukushima Sea, where the Japan and Kuril currents converge, creating a rich marine ecosystem. The group was deeply moved by aquamarine Fukushima's resilience. Severely damaged by the earthquake and tsunami a decade ago, it has since been beautifully restored.
ที่นี่เนี่ยฟุกุชิมะเนี่ยเมื่อ10 กว่าปีก่อนเนี่ยเขาโดนทั้งสึนามิได้รับผลกระทบต่างๆเยอะแยะมากมายซึ่งที่นี่เองเนี่ยก็ได้รับความเสียหายเยอะมากซึ่งเขาก็เหมือนกับช่วยกันฟื้นฟูให้ทุกอย่างกลับมาได้อย่างรวดเร็วที่สุดจริงๆค่ะก็เป็นอะไรที่ประทับใจมากดีใจที่วันนี้มีโอกาสได้มาเห็นค่ะ
With its breathtaking landscape, rich culture and warm hospitality, Fukushima continues to captivate visitors worldwide.
Since the Great East Japan earthquake in March 2011, Fukushima has made a remarkable recovery, reclaiming its status as a popular tourist destination and attracting visitors from around the world. Recently, Vietnamese influencer Quay Lang Thing explored Fukushima to showcase its winter beauty.
Hi, chào mọi người, mình là Khoai Lang Thang và hôm nay Khoai đang ở Nhật Bản ở Fukushima và mọi người có thể nhìn thấy mùa đông ở nơi đây tuyết rơi trắng xóa rất dày luôn. Và hôm nay Khoai nghĩ là Khoai sẽ có rất nhiều hoạt động, mình có thể đi bộ trong rừng, mình sẽ khám phá ẩm thực và đi ra ngoài biển nữa. Và mọi người đón chờ thử coi Khoai sẽ có những hoạt động gì ở nơi đây nha.
The Vietnamese influencer experienced snowshoe trekking through 1.3 meters of snow, an exceptional sight as such heavy snowfall returned this winter after an 8-year gap. Rather than finding it difficult, he described the experience as thrilling and enjoyable. At the samurai residence, visitors can immerse themselves in the way of the samurai, gaining insight into their lifestyle and philosophy. Tsurugazu Castle attracts numerous foreign visitors, offering a unique opportunity to connect with the culture of samurai warriors. Karasuzaki Beachfront Park serves as a training ground for mastering horseback riding and control, allowing participants to embrace the samurai spirit. The tradition of grilling skewered seafood over a charcoal fire in the Matsukura region had faded after the 2011 earthquake. However, thanks to dedicated volunteers, it was revived a decade later.
Sự khi mà Khoai đến đây và Khoai nhìn thấy khung cảnh hiện tại, Khoai cảm thấy rất yên bình và mình không cảm giác nơi đây đã từng bị hoang tàn, nên là thật sự rất là nể cái cách mà mọi người quy hoạch và xây dựng mọi thứ lại sau một cái cơn thảm họa như vậy. Và nếu có dịp thì mọi người có thể đến đây để tham quan và cũng thưởng thức những cái món đặc sản địa phương, hải sản tươi như vậy và ngắm nhìn cái khung cảnh yên bình ở đây.
The young Vietnamese influencer was captivated by Fukushima's winter beauty. His experience further fueled his enthusiasm, inspiring him to engage more frequently and passionately with his 2 million followers. Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Iraqi Mushtaq Talib transformed his birding hobby into a business in the southern city of Basra, providing an income for his family. Talib set up his sanctuary with just a few ornamental birds in 2019. He then decided to expand and buy more birds. Today, the sanctuary offers natural trees for those birds to live in and an environment for visitors that brings them a peace of mind. Despite challenges from pollution and climate change, Talib says he has successfully created a suitable environment for more than 9 species of ornamental birds. At present, Talib owns over 700 birds which are distributed across 4 sections of his sanctuary. Japan is expected to experience heavy snowfall this week as a cold front brings more winter weather to the country's center, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. The JMA issued a heavy snow advisory on February 19 morning, forecasting up to 70 centimeters of snowfall within 24 hours in areas along the Sea of Japan coast. Fresh snowfall was seen in Niigata Prefecture, parts of which have already seen over 3 meters of snow this winter. The peak of the winter weather was expected on February 19 before a predicted rise in temperatures next week, the JMA forecast indicated.
Amid rising concerns over government control in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, a significant outcry is emerging from journalists and human rights activists. They are fiercely opposing the newly enacted Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act PECA 2025, denouncing it as a grave threat to media freedom and free speech, and sounding alarms over potential censorship and the suppression of dissenting voices.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, a wave of dissent is rising as the newly enacted Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act PECA 2025 threatens freedom of speech. Journalists and social activists are actively protesting, denouncing the law as a black law that stifles democratic expression and silences dissent.
जो एहतजाज और एहतजाजी धरना है वो पाकिस्तान फेडरल यूनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट के सदर अफजल भट्ट साहब और नेशनल प्रेस क्लब की जानिब से जो कॉल दी गई थी, उस सिलसिले में बल्तिस्तान यूनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट और प्रेस क्लब सिकरदू की जानिब से प्रेस क्लब के सामने मुनक्किद किया जा रहा है। हम समझते हैं कि पीका एक्ट जो है वो इंतहाई काला कानून है और इस कानून के ज़रिए पाकिस्तान के साफियों की जो आवाज़ है, जो इजहार राय की जो आज़ादी है, उस पर कदगन लगाने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
The government insists that the Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act PECA 2025 is designed to tackle social media misuse and is calling on media organizations to back it. However, journalists and activists are sounding the alarm. They worry that the broad powers given to regulatory bodies could be misused to silence criticism, suppress investigative journalism, and stifle diverse opinions, posing a serious threat to free expression in our society.
PECA जो एक्ट है ये ऑनलाइन जो चीज़ें होती है उसके अलावा सोशल मीडिया को कंट्रोल करने के लिए कानून बना था वो कि ये नामनहाद जो हमारी जमहूरी हुकूमतें रही है उसमें पीटीआई की हुकूमत में ये स्टार्ट हुआ 2018 में पहला कानून इन्होंने लाया सोशल मीडिया को कंट्रोल करने के लिए, जबकि पीपल्स पार्टी जो जमहूरियत के बहुत बड़े दावेदार है और बहुत बड़ी पार्टी है जो जमहूरियत का दावा करती है, उनके प्रेसिडेंट ने इस पे दस्तखत करके जो है ना आमिरियत का सबूत दिया। पार्टी के अंदर तो आमिरियत थी लेकिन इस कानून को पास करके जो है ना आमिर पार्टी होने का भी सबूत दे दिया।
The people of Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan are facing a crisis of governance. Protests are erupting over dismal educational outcomes from the Board of Elementary Education, highlighting systemic failures. Yet, the government's neglect runs deeper. Activists and journalists are being arrested, and rampant issues like crumbling infrastructure, inadequate roads, and public health failures remain unaddressed. This ongoing plight underscores a troubling disregard for the community's needs and rights.
PECA कवानीन का बुनियादी मकसद जो है वह इजहार राय पे पाबंदी लगाना है और ये मसला सिर्फ वकला का या सिर्फ सहाफ़ियों का नहीं है बल्कि पूरी सोसाइटी का मसला है। और क्योंकि सोसाइटी के अंदर वकला और सहाफ़ी मुतहरिक रहते हैं, फ़ाल रहते हैं, तो इसको हम अपना मसला बनाकर सामने लेके आ रहे हैं। लेकिन अगर इस पर संजीदगी के साथ हर फ़र्द सोचे तो ये हर फ़र्द का इनफरादी भी मसला और इज्तिमाई भी मसला है और इस मसले के हल के लिए हम सबको इकट्ठा होना होगा। इजहार राय के बगैर जो है न जमहूरी अक़दार को फ़रोग़ मिल सकता है, न माशरे के अंदर जो है वो सोच को तरक्की मिल सकती है, न माशरे के अंदर आप फिज़िकली तरक्की को मुमकिन बना सकते हैं।
Critics are calling this law a political tool of repression, and it's hard to ignore the irony. The ruling party once opposed similar measures, but now seems eager to wield this power against its opponents. It raises the question, who's really in charge of the narrative?
Kerala, fondly called God's own country, is a land where culture and cuisine blend seamlessly. At the heart of its culinary heritage is Sadhya, a grand, flavorful feast that graces festivals like Onam and special celebrations. While traditionally reserved for such occasions, few restaurants in Thiruvananthapuram serve this lavish meal year-round, delighting food lovers who crave an authentic taste of Kerala's tradition anytime.
Nestled along India's Malabar coast, Kerala is a masterpiece of nature, painted with lush hills, tranquil backwaters and golden shores. Its cuisine is just as vibrant, with sadhya stealing the spotlight, a grand vegetarian feast meticulously prepared and traditionally served. More than just a meal, it's a flavorful celebration cherished by locals and travelers alike.
We are in Kerala. We just came back from Padmanabha Swami temple to try the traditional Kerala food, which is sadhya, which was served to us on a banana leaf. Various types of dishes were served to us. All were tasty. We had four types of sweet dishes called paisam. Some were made with beetroot, some were made with moong dal and jaggery mixed in it. So it was a nice experience. It was not just eating food, we were experiencing food actually right now, and it was a great experience.
In the early hours, preparations for sadhya begin to ensure all dishes are ready by noon. Fresh banana leaves are collected and cleaned, while teams of chefs wash, chop and cook vegetables using large machines for efficiency. Serving sadhya is as meticulous as its preparation, with each dish placed in a designated spot on the banana leaf.
बहुत अलग अलग किस्म के मील थे, और केरला का जो स्पेशली चावल है उसके साथ वो कड़ी हो गया और रसम हो गया, 2-3 चीज़ों के साथ खाया और किस तरीके से खाना है उन लोगों ने हमें बताया। उसको 3 पार्ट करके अलग अलग उसके साथ लेना है हमने, और उसमें कई प्रकार की रायता, चटनी अलग और अचार बहुत सारे थे। बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत एंजॉय किया, अलग प्रकार का अनुभव था।
Sadhya is a vibrant vegetarian feast featuring an array of dishes from sambar and rasam to chutneys and sweets. With 20 to 25 components, preparing it daily is no easy task. Yet, Mother's Veg Plaza in Thiruvananthapuram serves it every day for lunch. Its owners describe Sadhya as a nutritious meal, believing that eating it regularly helps maintain good health.
Today we started 365 days Sadhya. It is an Ayurvedic meal. It is a traditional food. In olden times, our grandfathers daily used this. No BP, no cholesterol, no diabetic. Their life was more than 100 years. Why? Food was medicine. Now, medicine is food. That's the difference.
Sadhya is more than a meal. It's a cultural symbol of Kerala and a celebration of unity. Essential during festivals like Onam, it brings families and communities together, making the experience as much about togetherness as taste. Beyond its flavors, Sadhya reflects Kerala's rich heritage and is prepared and served with deep respect and love.
As we wrap up today's episode of South Asia Today, we thank you for joining us. We'll return next week at the same time with more insights and updates. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of our entire team. Until then, stay safe. Goodbye.